director of Germania Ltd. I would like to wish you all, members of the press, a warm welcome to the Deck restaurant on this special day, marking the launching of a new business opportunity between Germany, and Mauritius. This business opportunity is named Reima Air Concept Limited. I will now leave the floor to Mr. Eddy Babaji, one of the directors of Germania Ltd.
Alors bonjour et bienvenue. Merci beaucoup d'être venu. Yeah. I will now speak a bit in English because Mr. Hendrik speaks English, not French. And first of all, we wanted to share with you this good news, having Reima Air Concept, the number one in the world in scents and aromas. And we are very proud from Germania Limited to have been chosen to represent Reima in Mauritius and also in Indian Ocean, Africa, Asia and Oceania. And I thank very much Mr. Hendrik Herbach, who is actually on honeymoon. Yeah. Yeah, he lost his wife already. And who is also, I must say it because we are among us many musicians, he's also a musician. He used to play drums professionally. And he said to me that next time he will come to Mauritius, he will make a little concert for us. Yeah?
I do.
Rock pop. So, we are, like I said, very happy to join Mr. Herbach and to represent Reima, and I will let him explain to you more about Reima Air Concept. Yeah? Thank you very much. Mr. Herbach.
Yes. First, guten Morgen or bonjour or good morning. It's a pleasure to be here in Mauritius. Yes, as Mr. Eddy said, I'm Hendrik Herbach, Managing Director of Reima Air Concept in Germany. We do, as you can see behind us, we do all around the point of scents. So what we do is not just creating perfumes. What we do is mainly the room fragrancing, which means we partly have machines, and on the other hand we have scents where we create atmosphere, for example in fashion shops, airports, shopping malls, senior citizen recreations, to bring emotions into the rooms because scents influence our well-being, our decisions, and this is what we want to bring back into most of the areas. So what we do in Germany, we are active since about 20 years. We are based in Germany, and we have a network of worldwide in about 80 countries where we service 60,000 customers. Mainly this is at the moment in Europe and the Arabian market, and now we have the possibility to make cooperation from Mauritius to other markets in Africa, as well on the Asian and Oceanian market.
So, how we met?
Okay, well, as Mr. Eddy already said, it's my pleasure to be here in Mauritius for our honeymoon. And besides the great beaches and the nice weather, we want to see some of the country. And so one of my friends gave us the opportunity to contact Mr. Eddy. And we had a wonderful day by visiting your wonderful island. And we had a day trip, mainly in the southwest, where we visited many places, and it was really a pleasure. So besides the sightseeing, we had the opportunity to get more in contact with each other, and shortly we realized that we say it in Germany, the chemistry between us was absolutely there, and this mainly comes because of his great experiences in Germany and Mr. Eddie is speaking very good German. And what is important for me for the business part is not only the business part, but that the mental or personal relationship is there to be successful. So shortly we realized, we talked about many things, about personal things, about the island, about Germany, and it was like meeting a friend and not meeting somebody completely new. So we had the chance to see the island, and then we had the chance to talk about possibilities for the Mauritian market, for the African market, and for the Asian market, to find a cooperation here. And we finalized this during the past days. Had a chance to meet each other at Mr. Eddie's house, had a great day, and so we came together and started the Reima Mauritius here.
There we are. The result. Okay. Vous avez des questions, s'il vous plaît?
Excuse me?
Product,
Yeah.
how will it be distributed? Through Germany? Wie der Vertrieb sein wird?
Okay. We are based in Germany, as I mentioned before. And our network consists of different countries where we have exclusive distributors, which means from Germany the goods are sent to the countries, and this will be the same way how we work together here in Mauritius. So the goods will be shipped directly from Germany to Mauritius, and here in Mauritius, the Reima Mauritius will make the distribution, the sales, the presentations for the companies, for interesting people, with salesmen to bring here the scents, to bring here the machines.
Over. No.
Right now? Well, as we said, we came here for a honeymoon, so I do not have my company with me, but this will all come during the next days here to Mauritius, because the thing which makes us unique is one side the technique, but mostly our concern or our business are the scents, and therefore we do not just offer like a few, like 5 to 10 scents, but we have an own laboratory where we create scents, which means we have 250 standard scents, which starts with a regular pineapple or orange scent and goes by a cheesecake scent, a coffee scent, or a pizza salami scent. So this makes us unique to have a full range of different aromas, and of course we can specify those for the Mauritian market or for the African market, for the Asian market, because the nose in Germany is different than the nose in Africa, than the nose in Asia, and so on. So we will adapt our standard range of scents to the African market, to the Mauritian market, and those samples will come up soon. Now, this is what makes us different as well. For us, the health issue is very important because, as you said, different chemistry-based scents can make allergies, can make headaches. So what we do is to use pure natural scents. So, for example, an orange scent we do not reproduce in a chemical way. What we do is we get the orange, for example, from the US, the raw ingredients. What they do is to get the oranges from the field, then they press it out, make juice of it, and we get the waste. And from the waste, with different steps, we create scents from the original material of, for example, the orange. So the health issue is a very important issue for us. This is all over Europe like this. This is almost all over the world like this. So this is a very important thing for us to be on pure nature basis.
Why have you chosen Mauritius? Why Mauritius?
Well,
Platform to go to Africa, Asia?
well, this all came during the past days. As I said, the personal relationship is very important for us, for me personally, because if you want to be successful, there should not just be a business part, but there should be a personal relationship. And we gave us the opportunity to work like this. And so during the past days, it started with the sentence, "What are you doing, Hendrik?" From Mr. Eddy, and I talked a little bit about a aroma marketing thing. And so we shortly came, within minutes or within hours, we came to a point that's very interesting for the Mauritian people to be the starting point, basis, not just for Mauritius or Seychelles or Maldives, but also for the Oceanian, African and Asian market. And this all happened during the past days.
You said you have the idea on the African continent, which country you would like to go for?
Which country?
Which country? Botswana, Rwanda, Nigeria?
Yes.
Spoken?
Yes.
German spoken or French spoken?
The target will be Africa and Asia, as we said before. But what we do now is we start here on the Mauritian market, and then we expand to other countries. So we do not want to go in Africa, Asia next week, but we want to start here in Mauritius to be the basis for the African market and the Asian market. And for Africa, it will be most probably South Africa and Mr. Eddy.
Mozambique and Namibia.
How is it going to work? So somebody from Botswana will lead us contact with the Mauritian office, and then the shipment comes from Germany too, or it comes from Mauritius? Does it come goes from Mauritius or goes from
This actually
Yeah, we have decided now, because we had only some days, that in the first time that the shipping will be directly from Germany to those countries, until we have more information how we can make it better, right? Yes, this is also online.
Yes. Maybe a short to your question. It is part is online, but mainly we're working B2B. So it is not just an online thing or just an B2B thing. It's like a mixture of all.
Businesses. Yeah.
Correct. Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, you are right that there are similar products. I want to say similar products on the market, because those similar products which are on the market, where they end, we start. So first, I have to say there are no products on the market which are for large areas, which mean for airports, for shopping malls, and so on. As all over the world, for example, Airwick, the small battery-powered air fresheners, they are on the market. That's correct, but we do not want to be compared with those, because the first thing is the limited power of those machines. They can just cover a small area. And the quality of the scents, what you asked regarding the health issue. Our content of scent is not comparable to the ones from Airwick, from the cheap, I say, Chinese products. What we use are high quality ingredients, and so I have to say there is no competition on the regular market. There is competition to other companies, but there we just differ in three major things, and this is the service, this is the range of scents we offer, and as you asked, the pricing. For us, we have the mentality, or our philosophy is not making business and business money with selling machines. We see our business in the fragrance service, and so we offer much better prices compared to the premium competitors, because there we say it's a necessary thing to sell a scent machine, to sell scent afterwards. If we do not sell machines, we cannot sell scents. So we see it as a point to give this as low as possible out, to make then the business with the scents. Yes. Well, there are different machines. Actually, we offer a range of 15 different machines. Why 15? 15 because the product which will be chosen depends on the area which should be frequented. So we need another machine for a small room with 50 square meter, for example, than for an airport with 50,000 square meter. So the machines differ in the power. This is the first thing. The second thing, our machines start in a small size like this. They go over a tablet size, and up to the biggest machine is about 30 times 30 centimeters. Because for us, the design is very important. The machine should be as small as possible, because you cannot hang up a technical machine like this in a small fashion shop. So back to your question, the machines are small. They are made for wall mounting. They are made for standalone, so you can place them on the floor, or you can even adapt them to HVAC, to an air conditioning unit, where we can run the fragrance through the air conditioning unit.
So we can say that pockets, one per machine and then for free.
Right, correct. But the one belongs to the other one, you know. Yes, sure, absolutely. I mean, this is the choice we give to the customers, because we have two different ways of customers, or two different parts of customers. One part is using one scent for the next 10 years, and another part are using different scents, because the scent is going out after a while. Let's say one bottle lasts for about 2 months, and then the scent has to be changed. And so some people say they want to have seasonal scents. For example, in Germany we have a cold winter and a hot summer. So in the hot summer they're using a refreshing scent to get cooler. During the winter time, when it's cold, freezing and sunny outside, they want to have a warming scent like vanilla. And this is a typical thing where Germans change their scent from season to season. Excuse me? Seasonal scent. Correct. So there are many possibilities which can be used. It's always a question what the customer wants to achieve. On the one hand, you can say you want to achieve more turnover, for example, in a fashion store, because where it smells good, I stay longer, spend more money. Then, compared to an unfrequented fashion store, for example, when I come in and it smells there stinky or not good, maybe somebody came in which was sweating before, then I do not feel well in this shop. So maybe I look around, see what the offer is, and then I go out. But if I come into a room and it smells good, I feel well, I pick out some pants, I pick out some whatever suits, try them on, and so the shop can increase their turnover as well. On the other hand, there are certain things like, a good example are dentists. I don't know if it's the same like here in Mauritius, but 90% of the Germans or Europeans are afraid to go to a dentist, because if they go there, it hurts. So if you come in to a dentist, you have the typical smell of medicaments, of different ingredients which are used there. And so we use their scent which brings you down. This can be, for example, a mixture between apple, lavender, vanilla, because both scents influence our mind to bring us down. So it does not mean that nobody is afraid anymore to go to a dentist, but the people feel much more comfortable, they are more relaxed, and so it's easier for the dentist to make the things which he has to do. On the other hand, a mint scent, for example, makes us refreshing. So we make use in offices. We use mint scent to increase the concentration, and so the working power increases. Because there's a typical thing: if you start walking in the morning, your level is up high, and then over noon, in the afternoon, it goes down. And especially in the afternoon, people are using mint-based scents. We cannot say it goes straight ahead, but the decrease is not so big. And so the scents have different impacts on our mind and of our vitality. Yes, sure. There are researchers actually in different parts. You cannot take the research from a fashion shop as a research for an airport, for example, because, as I said, we always have to pick out the right scent for the certain branch. So if I talk about a fashion store, I mainly talk about perfume scents, because perfume and fashion belongs together. Since years, Chanel has like scents, perfumes, and they have fashion. And so fashion and scents always change. So here we use mainly perfume-based scents. On the other hand, for airports, for example, if you go to through the security area, the people are hectic, they are often stressed out. So we have to use their scent, which brings you down, which makes you calm. And so there are different researchers for different sectors. But what? Yes, the residents. You mean for the senior citizens?
Household. Sure.
Household. Household is a thing we do not target directly because, as you said, there are cheaper products in the hypermarkets. It is hard to explain every single hypermarket customer the difference between a high quality scent with more expenses than the cheaper scent. So household is a thing we do offer besides, but it's nothing we target. What we target are public rooms, airports, senior citizens, the medical sector, very important because there occur different scents. So mainly the B2B, and the household runs by site. That's it?
Senior citizen.
Senior citizen. Well, a senior citizen, we have one important thing. The senior citizen have their own smell. You know, if the people are getting older, they cannot control themselves as they can do if you're 30 or 40 or 50, and so there occur urine smells, there occur sweat smells, and what we want to do is not just overload the bad scent with a good scent, but we have a smell absorber in our fragrances which destroys or eliminates the bad smells first and then brings out a pleasant scent. So this is what we do in the area of citizens, of older people, destroy the bad scent and then bringing in a new decent scent. Yes. Would you like to do that? Or? Okay. This mainly depends on the machine you choose. As I said before, we have a choice of different machines. The smallest begins for the end consumer at around the range of about 100 euro. It goes up mainly, for example, a fashion shop. They pay around 400, 500 euro for one machine, and the bigger machine are around 600 to 1,000 euro. You can say between 100 euro up to 1,000 euro, because you simply have to imagine it always depends on the area you want to cover. So a fashion store is not comparable to an airport, which is really big. The scents itself, the scents are between 40 euro to 80 euro, and depending depending for which machine you use it, they last for about 2 months, one bottle. Yes, actually we work on different new inventions. It contains more machines. There are some spots we want to fill with a couple of new machines, and then yes, the technique is running, and so soon our machines will become a connection with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, which means that it's much more easier to control the units. It's much more easier to offer a good service. For example, if the machine should not run, the customer has to call us. But then with the Wi-Fi connection, we see what happens with the machine at the customer's end, and we can contact the customer, which brings you a better service. And this is what's all about. For me personally, the service is very important for our customers. So a quick service and a good service, and this will be specified through the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth application. Yes, there are different possibilities. Actually, this is a thing where we just started. In most European countries, we work on 3 different bases, which means first is selling the machine and selling the cent. The second thing is the leasing. And the third thing is making a rental, which means the customer pays a certain fee per month, like with your mobile phone. Those are the 3 things we work mainly in Europe and the Arabian market, and now we figured out how we're going to do it here on the Mauritian market, on the African market, on the Asian market, because there I have to say it's different from country to country. So you cannot say the first thing or the second or the third thing is the best. So we have to adapt it on the local market, on the local regions, and I think we do not say now at the moment we use this one or this one. We just want to offer the possibilities. We want to check out the best thing for the customer, because always the customer should be the satisfied person. Yes.
Yeah, we have, of course, the database that we are going to contact all businesses, and with the typical way with brochures and so on, and of course meet the people, make presentations. Yeah, yes. B2B, of course. Yeah, and of course publicities in magazines and newspapers and television and so on. Well, I believe that it will be possible as from December. We will have products in the coming days, but we will have to test it and to find some little things and organize ourselves, because I say it one more time, we are very, very happy to have you today, because it was very short notice, we know very much, but it was also short notice between us, and we promise to make it as quick as possible, but we have to do some tests also and see now how we are going to work. It's the first time we're going to work together. So normally everything is already, because Reima is already in 80 countries, so it won't be a big problem. But we still have to, when the products will come to Mauritius, how long it will take, and all those little details. So that's why we will better say in December than in November.
Well, those are things which are in my mind, but it's simply too early to say. Yes, we do. Yes, we can. It's a possibility because of the distance. I mean, tomorrow I have a 10,000 kilometer flight back, and so the distance between Germany and Mauritius is definitely there. But one thing which is important for us, and actually for all over the world, which shouldn't be, or it shouldn't sound arrogant, but is the factor with made in Germany. And so there is definitely a possibility to work or to manufacture here. But this will be something which have to be decided in the future to see how things are going on, how the products are be placed, and then we can make a decision, because it would be simply wrong to say at the moment yes or no. But we definitely want to keep the possibility to make that like this.